I do feel that these days some parents are putting their own children under much more pressure than they need to. France has a huge respect for and emphasis on the quality of education. And from the Académie française to all the great nuances of French culture. But like every country, it's important to take account of the changing times, and a lot of our education systems were evolved in their broad structure in the 18th and 19th centuries. So it is important to maintain the quality of education, to keep improving the quality of education, but also to recognise the need for often quite radical changes in the sorts of things that are encouraged and promoted in our school systems. And at the moment, I know from conversations I've had here with some people at the ministry that there are three big areas that are being looked at: early years education, the nature and structure of the baccalaureate, and also the patterns of higher education, particularly vocational education. I think they're very important areas to consider and to review, and I think that if the changes are right and timely, it will have a very positive effect on the impact and quality of education for young people for a long time. There's a balance to be struck here. I do feel that these days some parents are putting their own children under much more pressure than they need to at school. I mean, for example, I'm involved in a global initiative at the moment on the importance of children's play. Most people over the age of 30 or 40 used to spend a lot of time outdoors playing after school. These days, children spend very little time playing. It's partly because there are more distractions inside school, inside the home. It's partly that parents are frightened that their children will be in danger if they go outside. But it's also, as well, because of the amounts of pressure on them from education. There's far too much homework given to children now. I think a lot of homework is, honestly, it's counterproductive. Children need time to be children. They need time to relax. They need time to unwind. Children are spending far too much time online. They're spending too much time with social media. Parents need, I think, to look hard at that and to control how much time they spend. But also, parents may feel the need to get involved in encouraging broader changes in education through resisting some of the issues that teachers themselves resist, like too much testing. There are two reasons I think what we're about to experience may be even more profound. One is there are so many more people on the planet now. We have over 7.5 billion people on Earth, putting massive strains on the environment, so we have to get very creative around all of that. And machine intelligence, if it fulfills half the promise that's been laid out before us, is likely to replace millions and millions of jobs that we thought only people were capable of doing, including professional roles in law, in finance and in medicine. And that's why, in part, I think we should be reforming education radically. I think these challenges are unprecedented.